Hey. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ron, aka Ron the Artist, coming to you live. And welcome to Ron's Recap. I'm here today to recap and review the TV show Growing Up Hip Hop LA on WeTV, Season 6, Episode 32, the season finale, titled The Right Way. Okay, so let's get right on into it. The episode started off with Vanessa meeting up with Tanis and Aaron. I'm sorry, I said Aaron. Aaliyah. The episode started off with Vanessa meeting up with Tanis and Aaliyah, Eric's wife. Tanis is catching up with everyone up on the Florida trip to TT's wedding and updates on her and JoJo's marriage. Happy for them. I'm happy for her and JoJo, getting back to a good space, and the little date situation that JoJo has set up for them two in Florida, it really worked, and it brought back a spark in their marriage, and thumbs up. I'm happy for him. Meanwhile, Aaliyah brings up Eric's, upcoming party, filling in the details of the invites and who's all coming. Why? That's always a situation with these reality shows. I noticed, like, whenever they throw events, they always want to know who all coming, who all gonna be there, who all gonna be there. That is like the typical situation, or this typical question from an African American person when it comes to an invite or a gathering. Who all gonna be there? Because they ask on these shows, like, who all gonna be there, who all gonna be in attendance. Okay, so pretty much she's giving the deets. Aaliyah's giving the details about, who's gonna be there, preferably Sequoia. Who, Tanis, her and Tanis had a little beef or whatever. Tanis has reservations about having a conversation with Tanis, but Sequoia pretty much, reached out to Vanessa. She's pretty much letting it be known to everybody that she wants to have a conversation with Tanis. She wants to squash this situation with Tanis. Like, it was, overdone, and it was just something that was blown out of proportion, and they wanted to squash it. Tanis was pregnant at the time, and she didn't know. But Sequoia didn't know that Tanis was pregnant, so et cetera, et cetera. She even reached out to Tanis via DM at that moment in the midst of that conversation. So it was only right that Tanis, give her a conversation. At that point, I'm just like, drama, please squash it. So the next scene, she heads over to her mom's, Pepper's house, to let her know that her and Sam are eloping tomorrow. Throwing Pepper all the way off. Catching her off guard, of course, because honestly, it's random and on impulse. And that's how I felt about this marriage, like, between Egypt and Sam. I'm just like, it is so random. And I'm not the only person that felt that way, because I got so many retweets and likes on a tweet that I said about that. Like, it just was done on impulse, and I feel like it could have been way more planned and way more put together had it just been planned and given more time. But Egypt wanted to do it, and she wanted to do it that day, tomorrow, today, whatever the case may have been. So that's what it was. Tanis, back to Tanis, she eventually met up with Sequoia, in spite of her reservations. They had, she had dinner with her. It was a great welcoming conversation. They came to a resolution to squash their beef, and they got down to the misunderstanding. Kudos. Also, sidebar, who is Sequoia's BD? Who is the father of her child that she keeps saying that Angela Simmons dated? I'd like to know. Somebody please report that in the comments or something. Who is Sequoia's baby's dad? The father of her child, or of her son, whoever. I'd like to know. Well, I ain't gonna say whoever, because I think she has a son. But, so I stand corrected. I'd like to know who's the father of her son. I would say that. I would like to know that. So back to the combo with Egypt and Pepper. Pepper was trying to get to the understanding, like, why right now? Why is this elopement situation happening so soon and sudden and just out of the blue like that? And all Egypt kept pretty much replying was because she wanted to, basically. And another sidebar, I'm like, that I was wondering, that had me wondering, could her sudden impulse on marriage and her fixation on marriage be inspired by TT's recent wedding? Like, I was wondering that. That have been inspired by TT's recent wedding? Because her decision, it wasn't making much sense. The timing of it, all of it, it was wrong. I'll just say the timing of it was wrong. It just didn't flow right. Like, it felt a little forced. Okay, so Pepper calls her sister after that conversation, to fill her in. Her sister with TT's mom, to fill her in on the sudden details of this upcoming eloping situation. The changes that are about, she pretty much was like, the changes that are about to happen, and that she can no longer support Egypt financially like that once they make that change. And I agree. I'm like, when they get married, it's a completely different ball game. Like, that's completely up to Sam to be taking care of you. Like, you cannot be still relying on your mom. Like, you get married to him and still relying on your mom and dad to help fund things. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, again, it's just like, and I don't think that's something that Egypt considered or thought about. Maybe she did. I don't know, but I didn't hear any discussion about that. So, good luck to her with that. On to the next scene. Egypt at the studio with Sam. And her music actually sounds great. The sound that she has, which is like pop with a little infusion of rock, and I like it. It almost sounded like Willow a little bit. Willow Smith. It almost sounded like Willow. And I liked her sound. Thumbs up to Egypt. I guess that was the first time I heard her music, and it's pretty good. Thumbs up again. So meanwhile, while they're in the studio, she's putting in work. They get a visit at the studio by her dad, Tretch, and his wife, and Lazy Bone, who doesn't know about the elopement situation just yet. Egypt takes Tretch's wife outside to, leaving Sam to talk to her dad and Lazy Bone about the news of them eloping later that day. Both Tretch's wife and him felt like the timing is off, but they were supporting of the marriage. They were supporting of the marriage, but they felt like the timing was off. Tretch is concerned about Sam's legal troubles, but he's still concerned about it. Great. He was supportive. He was concerned about it, but he was supportive. He said, he told Sam straight up, I told you, as long as you take care of her, you good. You got my blessing, and I still stand by that. So he was supportive of it. Great. On to Eric's party. Eric's party, celebrating his father in a positive light, in contrast of that little documentary movie situation that was put on. Most of the cast members were present, even Pepper, as she low-key was hesitant about going to Egypt and Sam's wedding. She was hesitant about being there while she was at this party. Like, boy, it was just so much jam-packed in like 2-day span. But she was at the party, hesitant about going to Egypt and Sam's wedding. That was about to take place at any moment. Titi and Sean showed up in spite of not inviting Eric and his wife to their wedding, which I probably would have been feeling some kind of way about that. And Aaliyah's shoes and Eric's shoes, like, yeah, we just had a wedding. You didn't invite us. Why should we invite you to our event? But they ain't petty like that. Eric seems to be a cool, stand-up, mature guy, so power to him. He invited them, and they came through. So they came through, positive vibes. Sequoia and Cree also came. They also came to the party, and apparently things were a little off, not only between Cree and Sequoia, there was no conversation initiated, but things were a little off between Cree and TT. I guess they had a little argument or a feud that happened via Twitter, some type of beef that Cree initiated. That they squashed. They squashed it. And, I was just like, why is this happening all over Twitter? Like, arguments and pettiness. Like, honestly, it just feels like as long as Savannah isn't around fueling Cree with drama, she's cool. She's a cool person. Cree just, she seemed cool, in this moment and mature without any drama at this party. Kudos. I feel like, yeah, as long as Savannah is left behind, Cree will be good. Who knows? So, on to the actual wedding of Egypt and Sam. The Vegas wedding with Egypt and Sam, they got there, got to the elopement, and honestly, it felt a little awkward and rushed. But okay. Everyone who was supposed to be there, including Pepper, they were there. I noticed TT and Sean weren't there. Eventually, Pepper came through and she gave her blessings on the wedding, thankfully. Pepper, blessing made it flow a little bit more smoothly. I felt the vibe and the energy shift a little bit. And on to the wedding. They ended up getting married and it was cute. Honestly, like I said, it felt a little awkward and rushed. But at the same time, I kind of feel the love between them. I feel the love that there's genuine love somewhere with the two of Egypt and Sam. But at the same time, it still feels like something is a little off between them. I feel that there is genuine love there, but it still feels like something is off. And I can't quite put my finger on it. Ultimately, I'm happy for them, though. Everyone at their wedding seemed to be happy as well. Like I said, that I feel the love between them. I wish them well. And congratulations. Congratulations, Sam and Egypt. I wish them well. I hope he stays out of jail. And yeah. The episode was pretty much just focused on Sam and Egypt. It wasn't a bad thing, but that's what it was. So it wasn't a whole lot to really talk about it. They had conversations with people. They pretty much let people know that they were eloping within 48 hours, which was messy, but it was their decision. Egypt stood on it, and that's what it was. Kudos to her for standing her ground on that. So, yeah, again, congratulations. That's all I have for you guys this week. I know it was a short vlog, but that's all I got for you guys this week. And that was the season finale. Season finale could have been a little bit better, a lot more juicy, especially since it was like an hour and a half, I believe. It is what it is. All right, so I guess I'll see you guys in next season. That season lasted. It was a long, it said 32 episodes. So maybe I feel like that was 2 seasons put together. I don't know. But I guess I'll see you guys next season. It's your boy Ron, a.k.a. Ron the Artist, coming to you live. If you're watching this right now with me live, we're on Instagram. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is pre-recorded and it's been taken from Instagram. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, like, comment, share. Let's talk about this recap. Let's talk about the episode. Let's talk about it. If you're watching this on Instagram, let's talk about it. Comment, follow, like, share. Let's talk about it. So again, till next time. Next season it is, guys. See you then. Peace.